Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Let's talk about Liz for a minute. Liz and Betsy and Finn and later on Sam and Dante. I'm gonna be honest. This whole scene was a complete and utter waste of time. Betsy came in there and she was like, I have something to say. Okay, cool. Well, what is it? What is it you guys sit there and say? And then we do this meandering around, just going around in circles, not really getting to what she had to say. And then Dante came in and Dante was like, oh, okay, I know what she has to say. Okay, cool. I mean, it's been like kind of 12, 15 minutes so far. What does she have to say? Oh, she's been in a mental institution. And then they found out that she couldn't been doing all the stuff that was going on with Liz because she was, like there for a while. Okay. So we just wasted 27 minutes on nothing. And now you're nowhere closer to where you started. Oh, they see a picture of Franco and it something that Jake drew. So we're back to the Jake theory now. You just you just wasted 27 minutes of everyone's time and we didn't get anywhere closer to who's doing what to Liz. And then we just throw out of nowhere Jake, picture. What does that mean? I guess we just have to wait for the next episode. I, you know what? I'm not even going to sit there and say I'm surprised they did something like that. I don't know if they just don't respect Liz, they don't respect the character, or they just don't respect the fans' times. But whatever it is, it was 27 minutes of a waste of time with that portion of this episode. So how long are they going to be doing this whole like these scenes at the Axe place? Like how long is that going to be? Um, So Liesel calls Anna over, and she calls her over there so this way they can sit there and broker some sort of peace and some sort of truce, between the two. They talk, they kind of hash things out, and Anna was like, "Listen, I can't let go of what you did to what you did to Robin." And she's like, "Maybe we can't be friends, but we can find a way to move on. We can find a way to move forward." And then you start talking about a book club and hanging out and this, that, and the third. I'm like, isn't that kind of like what friends do? Like, you know, hang out sometimes, go to Savoy, have some drinks, just kind of hang out and just have a good time. Funny, could have swore that Anna said that she didn't think that she can be friends. Okay, cool. So now they're all good. So yeah, that was. Oh, and also Anna threw an axe and she caught it the first try, but of course, she's been shooting guns her entire life, pretty much. So I don't understand why that was a surprise for anyone that she didn't catch, that she didn't hit the bullseye on the first try. She's like, "Oh, I got it." I was like, "Is this supposed to impress anyone? Everyone already knows that you're this quote unquote super spy." So okay, sure. Nina, Nina. Nina comes to Britt and she starts whining and complaining about her life and woe is me and why is everyone coming after me? Like, why is Carly being such a meanie and everyone's being so mean to her and she made a mistake and she's learned from that and this, that, and third and life isn't fair, pretty much. And Britt is like, yeah, listen, we're family and I'm on your side, but I'm gonna call BS on pretty much 90% of what you just said. Um, Britt calls out the fact that, you literally, slept with a married man. And of course, Nina was like, well, we thought that the marriage was over. You thought the marriage was. I, There's so much I could sit there and just say about that sentence alone, but I don't want to make this review too long. But yeah, she pretty much calls BS on a lot of that stuff. Also on the fact that, you know, Nina is upset that, Willow won't let her spend time with Wiley. And, Nina's like, well, I made some mistakes, this, that, and the third, and I don't want to sit there and take the legal route, but, I may not actually have a choice. And Britt is like, listen, I don't know where this whole thing with you and Sonny is going to go, but if you start a war with Michael, whatever slim chance that you think that you have with Sonny, yeah, that's going to be done. That's going to just be evaporated. And at this point, Nina's like, well, what should I do? And Britt's like, yo, maybe you need to sit there and try to compromise and kind of just chill out a little bit. I mean, you've been wilding out on Carly, this, that, and the third, and like Sonny and chasing down this married man, and you know, and of course there was one point where Nina was essentially trying to get Britta on her side, like, oh yeah, I know you had feelings for Jason, but then Carly came in and swooped in and stole him from you. So aren't you just as mad as me, pretty much? And Britt was like, yeah, that happened because somebody had to take care of the business, so that's why they got married. And of course, they wouldn't have to take care of the business if Sonny was back in town. So once again, this is on you. This whole thing is on you. Um, So I actually kind of enjoyed that scene. I did. It's just Nina doesn't really learn, and the fact that she came in Britt's office to sit there and whine about her problems and whine about Carly and why she's so mean and why she's always after me and this, that, and the third. I'm like, you literally took her husband, you hit her husband for months. You didn't say a damn thing. There was a lot of people that was in danger. It affected a lot of people. It made people grieve for a man that wasn't even dead. Um, and then when he came back, you did nothing but chase after him. And granted, Sonny is not innocent in this either, but the point is, don't come in here with your whining, crying, tears, woe is me attitude because no one cares. No one cares. I have no idea what the hell is going on with Maxie and Austin at this point. Maxie kisses Austin, and Austin's like, I want to sit there and give you your space and your boundaries. Maxie's like, yeah, I don't want that anymore. I've been on boundaries and secrets and everything like that since Peter, for a while with Peter. Like, I'm done. And then Maxie's like, maybe it's you. Maybe you're afraid, like just to get to know people and stuff like that and be around people. So she's like, maybe you're pumping the brakes for yourself. So long story short, well, Austin asked Maxie out. Maxie said she can't do it because, she wants to spend time with the kids. And she's like, all right, we'll do something the next day. So they're gonna be a thing. And okay, whatever. I don't really care one or the other, but it is what it is, and it's good. How does everyone else feel about that? 'Cause I think at this point, everyone already knows how I feel about it. So how does everyone else feel about Maxie and Britt? I mean, Maxie and Austin being a thing, being a couple. Like, how does everyone feel about that? So Jordan comes to the club, and she sees Portia and Curtis kind of hugging and kissing and stuff like that. She comes in there. She wants to introduce herself. They still they get chit chatting and stuff like that. And there's one point. This is after they start talking about like house hunting and stuff like that. There's one point where Jordan's like, all right, well, listen, I seem like I kind of, interrupted y'all or something, and, my bad. And, she's getting ready to just walk off and leave. And Kurt's like, no, 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 wait, 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 wait. And he goes chasing after her. And the look on Portia's face, listen, when you're with your significant other, and your man is chasing after your ex just to sit there and be like, hey, can you wait for a second? It's just not a good look. I don't care what it is. It's just not a good look. Anyway, they all sit down and, they're catching Jordan up on past events and stuff that's going on, like with Sonny and Nina and, not Sonny and Nina, but Sonny and Jason and just kind of catching them up on stuff. And, um, at the end of the day, she leaves. She does leave because she gets a text from TJ, and of course, when she walks out, she has that look of sadness on her face. And Portia's like, yeah, she still loves you. Yeah, and I don't care what she was saying. I mean, she said all the right things, and it sounds good, but like she's not over you. So just let you know that's still gonna be a thing. Um. Oh, they also talk about Marshall. So, but yeah, she calls him out on that. What Portia kind of calls her number out, as far as still being in the Curtis. I remember that was a whole drama. So that should be fun, revisiting that again, be some fun stuff. I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, I look at it this way. They're both kind of at fault when it comes towards the whole marriage thing. Curtis could afford harder. Jordan and her lies and keeping secrets and stuff like that. They're both at fault for all of that. But, like somebody pointed out, Drew is available. He's single. And, it's either going to be Jordan and Drew or Drew and Carly. It's going to be one of the two. Or maybe Drew and Britt, but I kind of doubt that. Oh, there was a quick scene with Cam and Stella. Cam was like, I'm sorry that, I didn't get a chance to mail that letter, but Stella didn't know, in the beginning, she didn't know what he was talking about. And of course, there was a flashback, and it seemed like it came in her head, but she still just couldn't pinpoint what it was. Um, so they're still married, and Stella can't remember. So, okay. I guess that scene was just there just to remind people that Stella never got a chance to mail the envelope that Jordan signed the divorce papers, so technically they're still married. It's amazing. You would sit there and think that Curtis would just double check on that, though, too. I'm sitting there thinking about that. That would be kind of a. I know Jordan said that she did, but Jordan was also like going really slow as far as like signing those papers. So might would have been something you should have probably checked. Yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. I don't think I missed anything too major. Sometimes I sit there and think like how it was before I started reviewing some of these episodes. Well, before I started just doing reviews on soap operas and stuff like that, because sometimes when an episode like this is kind of like going nowhere, like kind of bad, it's like I feel it twice. I feel it as a fan and I feel it as a reviewer because now, being, like reviewing stuff like that, for me personally, and I guess I can speak for DC Sanctuary, that you're much more caught on to certain details. You're much more caught on to certain details than than just being a regular fan. There's a lot of times that I kind of go above and beyond as far as like trying to find out certain information, as far as who's leaving and who's going and stuff like that. And um, somebody put in the comment section that they're actually going to have a new character and what they consider an already bloated cast, which is true. But since Sean is gone, then technically it makes room for this guy, whoever he is. Of course, Sean was wasted anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video.